The month of April is designated as Earth Month. To honor the planet, the East Tennessee chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists held a conference to help UT students and local reporters become better environmental journalists. The theme, Writing Green, featured panelists from experts in energy, the environment, and academia, as well as regional journalists. The panelists offered insight into what resources were available to help educate journalists. One concern raised is the state of environmental coverage in the press. Conference organizer Amanda Womack says the tough economy is forcing media companies to scale back on special topics journalism such as the environment.
The environmental beat is definitely not one that you see daily. If there's going to be a beat that's cut in a newsroom, it's probably going to be an environmental beat, possibly a health beat, might be cut from print and put online, but definitely environmental issues still have not made its way to the forefront of the public's mind, therefore not the forefront of the media.
Dr. Jim Detchen, a leading researcher in environmental journalism from the Michigan State University, says environmental journalism is a very important field. Although economics of coverage is diminishing in the mainstream press, Detchen says technology is allowing the field to grow.
So even at a time when the downsizing is occurring in newspapers and journalists are losing their jobs, there's more journalists really reporting about these issues.
Detchen cites professional journalists are being laid off from the mainstream media or finding new ways to cover the environmental beat. He says professionals are freelancing more, which are producing more stories.
While there is great turmoil in the field of environmental journalism, particularly the downsizing of newspapers, there's also a lot of creativity, there's all this new technology, new economic models being tried.
Besides benefiting working journalists in the region, students from UT contributed to the conference by using new media technology to create and report on the panel discussions. PhD candidate Bernardo Motis says the conference helped his students put into practice covering an actual event. The use of technology allowed the students to post coverage using pictures, blogs, reports to social media sites such as Twitter and Facebook.
Just giving all the information minute by minute, and also produce a resource website that's going to give all the information that we gather from the conference to help other journalists who couldn't be there to get informed or to enter the discussion and start learning about environmental journalism.
Opinion polling in recent years suggests the public rates the environment as a top 10 issue in the United States. Womack, Moda, and Detchen stress the importance of environmental journalism contributing to the public discourse. However, all three agree that covering the environment is not an easy task, and the lack of education often contributes to lackluster coverage.
It's easier to prepare political journalists or science journalists sometimes than actually prepare a good environmental journalist.
As environmentalism becomes entwined with politics and business, as with the energy beat that we're looking at now, we're using non-sustainable fuels, and that has become a political issue, that is a business issue, that is also an environmental issue. So the more entwined environmental issues become with business and politics, the more we're going to see coverage on that issue.
The panels urge the present and future journalists to be better educated in science, technology, health, and transportation to better inform the public using clear information and promote awareness. A goal of the conference is to help journalists tackle complicated issues and present them in a clear, concise way to help the public understand the ramifications of policy changes. Womack says the public's ability to get information will help with the understanding of environmental issues. In the long run, she says, it will promote a better quality of life.